What's up, guys? Coach Steven here, and I am joined with my co-host partner, Mr. Mississippi Mudflaps. It's Mr. Mississippi, right? It's not Tennessee, it's Mississippi. We got it right
Yes.
this time.
Yes, you got it right this time.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? It's Casey.
And we are RC Fit Cast, and welcome to episode 2, where it's been a rough week, actually. If you guys notice, I haven't been there. I don't know if Casey has been there. We're going to talk about what's going on this week because, like I said, a lot of stuff is going on this week. We want to recap with Tiffany, Coach Tiffany. You guys know from last episode, she had Corona. She got through Corona and then she came back into the gym. So I want to get her insights on, how she found fitness, getting back into the gym, the whole Corona process. And then we're going to go and we're going to talk about the Grinch Games, because the Grinch Games is what? Next week, starting Saturday. Next Saturday.
Saturday. Well,
now.
There's a little bit of a twist, which
Or
we
is
will
it?
visit at the end of the episode.
Yeah, so guys, make sure you guys do stick around because we are going to touch if Grinch Games is even happening December 5th, which will be next week. But before we get into today's episode, Casey, what do we have to do? What do the listeners have to do?
Hey, listeners, we would really appreciate it if you liked us on wherever you're streaming, you downloaded us, you subscribed, and you gave us a five-star rating, and leave a little bit of a comment. It may help us figure out who you want on the pod next, or
Comments are important.
yeah, comments are important. And also share this pod with your friends, fitness or not, family. This pod is going to be great for people to get to know the RC Fit community and have us welcome them with open arms.
All right. And with that being said, let's dive into episode 2. Okay. Let's recap what's going on this week. Now, Casey, I don't know if you weren't there, but I know I wasn't there. Why weren't we there? What's going on, man?
I was not at the gym this last week. I came down with a heavy hitting fever on Monday, topped out about 100.8 degrees. So I went ahead and got tested. I stayed away from the gym Monday when I didn't feel good. I had conversations with Kevin and Van. They are good friends of mine. Van said, "Hey, smart idea. Go get a test. If you're not feeling good." I had some body aches, chills, all that stuff. Guess what? Casey came down with the Rona. Wah, wah, wah. Can we play sound effects? Like, what? It sucks. But as you can tell right now, feeling okay.
Yeah, you look
right?
well.
So feeling okay. So I'll just say on Monday, my resting heart rate went all the way up to like 58 beats per minute when I was sleeping. Very abnormal for me as a cardio athlete all the way through my life, and then now as a fitness enthusiast that I am. Today, this morning, Friday, so an almost entire work week has gone by. Resting heart rate back down to 44 beats per minute. So not terrible. I feel like I got a head cold. Everything is like from the neck up. Bad sinus pressure, but there's no drainage. Weird. Never had it before, but it's okay. I'm staying away from everybody. Shelby also positive with the Rona. That's why you haven't seen us in the gym. It's okay. We'll get through it in time for the Grinch Games, but it'll be okay. It's going to be okay.
Cool. So it sounds like you're doing the right things. You're taking the right precautions. You had a fever, you tested positive, you're staying away from the gym. And it sounds like you're on your road to recovery, and
Yes.
we can't wait to see you back in the gym. Now, I kind of want to touch on why I wasn't also in the gym. Saturday, me and you hung out.
We did.
Came over to my house, and Casey informed me right away, did the respectable thing, said, "Hey, had a fever, went tested, I'm positive, contacted me, contacted everybody he was around. And right now I did the thing, what I think is the right thing, to stay away from the gym, isolate myself, and I made an appointment to go get tested. Tomorrow will be 7 days since the last day I came in contact with you, and I still feel fine. No symptoms, no cough. I feel great. In fact, not a lot of people have whoop, but I've been in the green 5-6 days in a row, so perfect. I feel pretty good. My test is Sunday in the morning, so I'll let everybody know, and I'll be very transparent with it. I'll put it on Instagram. I'll let everybody know, and we'll go from there. Hopefully,
fantastic.
Grinch Games is right on the horizon. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We all want to be good. We all want to be ready because we want to have a little bit of this community thing that we haven't had all year because of this coronavirus. And now it's coming closer and closer to the gym, and we're trying to keep it out of there. So we're doing the right things, making it safe.
Nice. All right, guys, let's go into the next segment here. I don't want to spend too much time here. I just want to recap this week. Like I said, I wasn't there. Casey wasn't there. I took a look at most of the workouts. It looked pretty heavy or leg dominant. And the only thing I really want to say here is just for people coming out of like deload week. We had deload week last week. Just when you go into the next week, take an easy approach transitioning from deload to the next week. Like, you don't have to go balls to the wall. We don't want you to get injured. Like I said, it was very leg heavy, leg intensive. So just keep that in mind. Always strive to hit the goal, whatever it may be. If it's 5 rounds, if it's sub 15, whatever it is, find a weight that you can use and just move safely and just get through it. Casey, is there any quick things you want to touch on coming in from deload to this week? I mean, we did have a hero workout. So
we did have a hero workout, and that was one of my favorites. And I know we'll talk about that a little bit later, but actually here, we'll talk about it right now. That was one of my favorite things. So you did that great. Had the good definition of moving from deload week into real hard training again. I know for the next 5 or 6 weeks, we'll be in this next kind of training cycle where the gym and what we will be asking of the athletes as coaches is maintain the stimulus. That's all we really want to see from you guys, is maintaining the stimulus and enjoying the workout, right? You don't have to go in there, throw around a lot of heavy weight. If you're going to, if it's a 15-minute workout and you're going to take 22 minutes, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for you to take around that 15 minutes, anywhere between about, 13 to 16 if it's saying 15 minutes. But my favorite workout of the week, which I want to kind of get into here, was the Dallas 5, right? So for those who can't see on the screen right now, I have my phone is pulled up and I'm scrolling nicely through the Dallas 5 workout and looking at total reps from everybody, and seeing as a lot of people, there's only a couple people smash that RX button, which again isn't super needed. We want you to be able to hit a stimulus, want you to be able to move through. Looking at I'm looking at Bryson right now. He did 145 deadlift, 26-pound kettlebell for the Turkish get-ups, which is a good Turkish get-up for him with good shoulder mobility, and he hit that 75-pound snatch. So I really, really like that workout. I'm actually in here going to smash like on that workout right now. But seeing he did really, really good in that workout. A couple people hitting those mid 200 rep ranges, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then a couple athletes were up in that 300 range. So doing really good on the Dallas 5. That workout really tough with 5-minute intervals. Just kind of like what would that be? Can't forget what's that? The Fight Gone Bad, right? 5-minute rounds with a minute rest. It's kind of like the same thing. Yeah. It was spacing me, but Dallas 5-minute rounds, 1 minute rest afterwards, 5 rounds for reps. So really like that workout. But Steven, what was your favorite workout that you've been peering on the whiteboard as we've been away from the gym this week?
Dude, my favorite workout is definitely the one we did on, I think it was Tuesday, with the thrusters, the wall balls.
Oh, and the double unders.
It just looks like pure suffering.
Grind.
And
that's just grind.
That's what I like about it. But if you guys like to hear me and Casey just dive into workouts and dive into training, we will totally do a separate podcast on that. But what I want to do, I know our guest, Tiff, she's been waiting. She is my first coach at RC Fit. And I kind of just want to get into her story. Like, I know she had Corona. We'll definitely get into that. But I want to know how she got into fitness, how she's maintaining her fitness, because I don't know if you guys know this or notice this, but she's at the top of the leaderboard every time on the whiteboard. She beats me in workouts all the time. Me and her have this inside joke where I do the same weights that she does, but I just add on another collar. So without a further ado, Tiffany Suave, right? Welcome to the show. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the show. Tiff, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here with the two of you. Fine gentlemen.
Hey, listen, I have a question to ask you.
Yes.
When did you get into fitness?
So my fitness background, is kind of, people just assume that I was an athlete. growing up. And that's actually not the case at all. I did gymnastics when I was younger, but really, I had worked with a personal trainer for probably 6 years before I found.
Really?
Yeah, I found Roy, I think 4 years ago. I've been here about 4 years, and I had worked with a personal trainer for probably 6 years before that. And I just got bored, was looking for something new. So I really don't have a background in like sports or anything like that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Just gym stuff with a
How
personal.
long did you do gymnastics for?
I grew up doing gymnastics, so probably started that when I was maybe 6, and then I quit that in. Sorry.
Tiff, what was that? I couldn't hear you when you were talking there.
So I did gymnastics from probably when I was like 6 until junior high.
Junior high, okay. And then you said you were with a personal trainer for 6 years before you found RC Fit. So was that like right after high school you got a personal trainer and was it trying to stay fit? Like, what was your goals? Like, what were you was it for anything specific or just general health?
Mostly general health. Really, my goals were probably not very healthy. Honestly, it was just, the goal was always like lose weight. That was always the goal. How do I do this? Well, get a personal trainer. So it was like me and my family members all went to the same personal trainer.
Oh, it was a family thing.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
goal was always like, just, I don't know, lose weight. Which is really a terrible goal to set for yourself if that's the only thing that you're trying to do.
Whoa, wait. Like, so when you guys did it, like, were you overweight or were this whole family thing was like, hey, there's a few pounds we can all try and lose, or like, what was it specifically?
No, I don't think that I've ever been, in my life, I don't think that there's ever been a point where I've been super overweight or anything like that. It just, you
guys just wanted to look good, right? You just,
yeah, that
right.
was always the fitness trend, right?
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. That's fair. No. Everybody wants to, they want to look good. They want to fit in. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So you did that for, you said 6 years, and you kind of got bored. Where was this personal training at? Was it like Gold's? Was it 24 Hour Fitness? What was it?
No, it was with one of my uncle's friends that he knew well, had started his own gym out in Layton.
Okay.
And he's still out there. But it was, it was never like a Gold's Gym or anything like that. It was one of my uncle's friends that we started with. And he gave us a really great deal because it was, a
family, right?
And like his whole family was coming to see him. But it got to the point where I felt like I was doing the same thing every single week. And he didn't seem super invested. I mean, he wasn't making a ton of money off of us because he was giving us a great deal on personal training, but
right.
It just felt like he was not super invested in what we were doing with him and kind of just burned out there. So
okay, so then once you got burned out, when did you find RC Fit, or how did you find it?
I found RC Fit when I had switched jobs. I was working down in Salt Lake, and then I got a job up at McKay-Dee. And in that process, figured that if I was going to make a change with something or try something different, this was a good opportunity to do it. And this was a good time to do that. And I think that I had just driven by the building, was like, hey, that would be great. I should try. That's close to my house. So, and looked up the class times. It was like, could totally fit in a 5 a.m. class before work. That would work really great with my schedule. So I didn't know anybody at RC Fit. It was close to my house and convenient, and I liked the price. So
from that point on, you never looked back. Is that the story? I like it. When did you start coaching?
I've been coaching for 2.5 years. I did the level 1 cert with Casey. When was that? 2.5 years now.
So
tell us about that.
I would say it was almost
coming up 3.
I think it was 3. I think it was 3 years ago. January. 3 years ago in January. Yeah. And so I was wondering before we really want to go there, I was wondering, how was the conversation for you to become a coach, right? Because I know what was going through your mind there. Did Kevin approach you with that, or was it you to him? How did that go?
Kevin reached out to me to ask me if I would be interested in coaching. He just told me, hey, the level 1 class is coming up, and I think that you would be a really great coach. There are a lot of people in the gym that look up to you and respect you, and I think that you would have a lot to offer as a coach. Is that something you would be interested in? And it's like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, I would love to do that. So now I've been here coaching for 3 years.
Wait, so you guys knew each other, right? When you guys did your level 1?
Yeah. So we had been working out with each other. I think at that time, I was a very much a staple at the 5 a.m. class. So when Tiff and I went, it was like me and Tiff, and then I believe Steve Archuleta went with us as well. And so we went over there, had Eric and Adrian and Yuri, and I forget, we had one other person over there with us in the level 1 class, but it was a really, really fun level 1 class for sure. And what was your favorite part about that level 1 class, looking back, almost 3 years ago now? Tiff, what did you find out of the methodology that's your favorite that you're now using with athletes today?
So a lot of the level 1 class actually reminded me a lot of some of my college classes. I'm an athletic trainer, so a lot of my college education was focused on, exercise physiology, kinesiology, some nutrition. So a lot of the level 1 class was kind of a recap for me on those classes that I had taken in college. And actually, Adrian taught one of my classes in college. So that was kind of fun to show up, and there he was again. But so I felt very comfortable there in that class, just because it was a lot of the knowledge that I had already, but it was just more specific to what we were doing, which was really helpful in taking the knowledge that I had and learning more how to apply it to specifically, the kind of fitness that we are doing.
Fantastic. And so with that, being a coach and really diving yourself into the community here, what, besides being a coach and having that obligation to show up to the gym on those days that you're coaching, what makes you show up all those other days to the gym at 5 a.m. or the occasional later in the morning? Never in the afternoon though, but it's okay. We'll accept that.
She's gonna make her way back. I think you coaching 4:30 now, right?
Yeah, on Fridays I will. Yes.
Nice. Very good. So what makes you excited about the RC Fit community, and what keeps you around at the gym?
It's the people. Absolutely. I look forward to starting my day with the people there. And I know that, we joke all the time about the fact that I don't take a rest day, but it's just that I love starting my day with the people there.
Being active, 5 o'clock in the morning. No, like you touched on it. You said 5 a.m. was a good time for you. And what was it? 5 years later, we're still there, right? You're still 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Still, like you said, the community is what really, it's like accountability too, right? Because like you count on those people being there in the morning and suffering with you throughout the same workout. And so you guys create this bond together, and that's how the community grows.
Yeah. I couldn't do this by myself. If I was left to my own devices, like I would never work out, because I do need that accountability, and I need somebody there to be pushing me and cheering me on. And if I had to do it by myself, I wouldn't. So I love, you wake up in the morning and you might look at workout and be like, I really don't want to do that. But then you think of all the other people that are going to be there, and they don't want to do it either. So
that's
you might
a legitimate
show
thought.
up and be miserable together. And if you don't, then you get messages from people like, hey, why weren't you there?
That's true. That's funny. That's because, there's a lot of times where I look at workouts, I'll be like, man, I really don't want to do that. But then I'll be like, I know Casey loves that. So, and I know he would want me to do it. And like you said, that just having that friendship or camaraderie with somebody, it definitely makes you want to be a part of it. Right. With that being said, Tiff, let's kind of go into what happened? I know you had a wedding, right? You went on a vacation, and then we heard some news. So walk us through it. Like, what happened? Did you feel ill? Like, how did that whole process happen?
Yeah, so my brother got married in Mexico the end of October, and we came back, and probably the Saturday after we had come home from Mexico, I learned that 4 of my family members had gotten sick and were tested that day. They went and got rapid testing done, and they had all tested positive. At that point, I had not been showing any symptoms. I had called, I worked for Intermountain, so I had called our HR group and asked, like, hey, what do you guys want me to do? And they set me up with a test 7 days after the last time that I had come in contact with my family, because the tests are more accurate that way if you're not showing symptoms, if you're an asymptomatic carrier. So I had a test set up for the following Tuesday, and I was asymptomatic through the weekend. I went to work on Monday, and then Tuesday morning I woke up and was like, I'm not feeling so great. Started having like just headaches that would not go away, fatigue, and massive congestion. I never got any type of like body aches, no fevers, no, nausea, vomiting, nothing like that. It just felt like I had a bad head cold.
That's
And
what. Okay,
that night, I lost my sense of smell and my sense of taste, which was really.
What is that like? Because
Yeah. Did you eat anything weird? Did you eat anything weird while you had that?
Yeah, that's what I'm anticipating for. Like, if I get it, I am gonna feel myself eating pickles. I hate pickles, but just to prove I can't taste anything.
Yeah, so the first night, I was making pasta. Like, I opened a jar of pesto and I couldn't smell it. I was like, oh my gosh. And my husband had gone out to our barn, and he was like, I'm gonna go get something. And he brought in this shot of scotch for me, and he was like, here, this.
This will clear your nose right up. Smell it.
I grabbed. I was
smell
like,
anything.
does it smell like anything? I
Oh
can't
my
smell
God.
anything.
Wow,
like,
that's crazy.
yeah, it's really strong. And he's like, you just down that like it was water.
Oh man.
What? Oh, this is wild.
I could feel the burn from the scotch, but I couldn't taste it.
Really?
I couldn't smell it.
That's crazy. How long did that last for? Like a couple days?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So my smell started coming back this Monday. There's some things I'm still having a hard time with, but for the most part, it's back to normal now.
That's crazy. Wait, how long did it take for you to start seeing the symptoms again? Was it like over 7 days?
Sorry, say that again.
Was it over 7 days since you last came in contact with your family for you to start feeling symptoms?
It was like a week exactly.
Okay, gotcha. That's crazy. So what did you do in those 2 weeks? So like when you were in COVID jail, like what was the isolation like? I mean, I know we had a shutdown early, March-ish, April,
yeah,
whenever
March-ish.
It was. And that was, I mean, I thought that was, kind of bad, but what was it like actually having COVID and I guess being treated like
go anywhere or do anything?
Yeah.
It's really hard, especially when you're feeling well, if you don't, because I only felt crappy for maybe 3 days. And after that, it was just, I couldn't smell or taste anything. So it was really hard to be stuck at home, not doing anything. Lots of Netflix and like I would cook dinner every night just because it was something to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't taste anything, but we were, my husband and I both ended up with it, and we were so excited to be done with that 10 days and get out of the house.
So do they just give you like they test you, hey, you're positive, you're good in X amount of days, and then you have to get retested, or like, how does that work?
So as long as you are 10 days out at that 10-day mark, as long as you haven't been having a fever for about 72 hours and your symptoms are improving, then they say that you're okay to resume normal activities.
Okay. So you've met that, right? You're back at the gym. Walk us through what it's like training again. Is it how difficult is it? Does it seem like you haven't missed a beat, or what's going on there?
It's so rough. It's been a hard week. It's been probably a month since I've been in the gym between, our trip to Mexico and then, being stuck at home because of COVID. It's been a month since I've been back in the gym, and this week kicked my butt. Usually like a thruster and wall ball workout, I would be super psyched about, and it crushed me. I did not do RX weight.
What? Tiff didn't
Yeah,
RX a
what?
workout?
So wait, is she actually saying that she is human, everybody? Watch out. She
Wait, did she
can be
record it on the
broken.
whiteboard?
I only did 75 pounds thrusters, and it buried me.
Well, you've been out of the gym for like how long total?
A month. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
this
crazy.
week's been rough. I can still lift. Like snatch day was my favorite day this week. Just don't ask me to cycle the barbell.
Cardiovascular endurance took a little bit of a hit.
Very much so. Yeah, that first 400-meter run after the thrusters, I was like, I shouldn't feel like I'm wearing cement shoes already. It was hard. It's been hard, but I got Christina and Alexa that are like, this is our time to beat you.
There to push. That's funny.
They're taking advantage of it, but it's just been nice to be back.
Hey, listen, Tiff, with another week of training, you should be good to go, right?
Well, that's what I'm hoping, because we've got Grinch Games coming up.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, after this week, let's take a preview into next week. What's going to be happening next week in Grinch Games? Is it happening? And what are the workouts going to be if it is happening? Casey?
Yeah, so it's going to be happening still on the plan. December, I believe it's December 5th, next Saturday. So we're recording this on the Friday right now, right after Thanksgiving. Bellies are full. So previewing workout number 1, we're actually going to do this. We're actually going to do this as a class. All right. So the class, the Friday before Grinch Games, the workout is going to be 3 front squats in 10 minutes. Your max rep 3 front squats in a 10-minute time span.
Okay. Is it from the floor? Or are we from
Nope.
the rack?
So we're able to take it from the rack.
Okay.
And now there's a little bit of a twist. At the 10-minute mark, the clock will continue to run to 13 minutes. So for the next 3 minutes, you'll be doing the maximum amount of burpees you physically are capable of doing.
I knew that was coming.
So for your team, the score will be the total combined weight of the workout. So all 4 athletes front squat weight together. And then the total reps of burpees. That's going to be 2 scores for workout number 1 heading on into Saturday. So the teams will already be ranked out with all of that tiered down. Workout number 1, and then workouts number 2 and 3 will be Saturday. The first workout number 2, I guess, on Saturday.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, you get it now?
Yeah,
So the workout number 2 on Saturday, first workout you do when you come in the door is going to be an AMRAP 8 minutes. So you're only going to be working for 8 minutes. And then you'll have a little bit of rest after that. And then there'll be a workout, more of a chipper style workout. There's really no time frame on it. I will say I tested it with good old Mike Kane. He and I threw down with Kevin along next to us. And I can just tell you, in the workout, there was a little bit of that blood taste in your mouth, when you go a little bit too hard and that lactic acid builds up really good.
Oh God,
so it's going to be
lactic acid, guys.
It's going to be something.
That means one
good.
thing.
It's going to be
lactic
something
acid means
good.
one thing.
I'm not going to give implements out or anything, but it's going to be fun. Kevin and I wrote out on the board. We look like mad scientists when we came up with this stuff. So we're incorporating stuff over the last couple of years that worked really well, that we saw athletes just kind of bacon sizzled on the floor a little bit afterwards, and it made them hurt real good. And then we incorporated some new stuff with just different rep ranges. So really excited about the Grinch Games. we are going to be live streaming the event. Steven, you and I and Kevin will be live commentating, if you will,
I'm
on the
excited
event.
for that.
So you're going to hear our nice voices over talking about, athletes going, and then we'll be able to pull athletes from, after a workout's over, when they're laying on the ground, we'll walk over to them and say, hey man, come on up over here. We need to get a little bit of an interview with you as you rest for the next event. So I think it's going to be really, really fun, something good for the community to really enjoy. That's for sure.
Yeah, Tiff, don't be surprised if we come over to you while you're on the floor, gasping for air, asking you how the workout went. Speaking of which, Casey gave us Friday's workout. 3-rep max front squat within 10 minutes. You can take it from the rack. And then at the 10-minute mark, we have 3 minutes to establish and as many burpees as we can. Tiff, what do you think about that first workout?
I'm excited for front squats. I'm all about the squatting, but 3 minutes of burpees we've done more, right? Like
well, I think we did 4 minutes a couple of years ago, so 3 will be just fine, right?
We've done 7 minutes of burpees before. It'll be
true.
fine. But so Casey, would you say that going into this next week, a good strategy would be to just steal all of the seats off of the assault bikes now?
Whoa. Tiff, I will gladly join you. We can go tonight. Wait, I have to get tested first. I have to make sure I'm negative, but you can go in, break it to the gym, take off all the seats, and screw them. Make sure we don't have them for Grinch Games. That means no biking for us. I like it.
Wait, and if you test negative, that can be like our way of celebrating.
Ooh.
Go take all the seats off the assault bike and the pedals.
You know how
And
every Grinch Games, Kevin will release, or not release, but reveal some sort of new equipment or something. Yeah. We can just reveal the seats back to the bikes, give back. You know what I'm actually excited for on that first workout is the burpees, because the burpees are in the first workout. Get them out of the way. We don't even have to worry about them for the rest of the workouts, right? Hopefully, just get the burpees out of the way, and then we're good. I like that. Is there any more devious little hints you can give us, Casey, on any more workouts, or is that it? We're just gonna
that's it. I mean, I know Tiff loves to hear this. We'll have Tiff in here. This is great. We are gonna probably implement an odd object. There are odd objects, those are some of our favorite things. It kind of levels the playing field throughout. So a moderately weighted odd object is going to be very good. But I will say, for the athletes competing in Grinch Games coming up next weekend, maybe this might be the week that you take a little bit easier on yourself, right? Allow yourself not to be so sore coming into Friday and Saturday. So Monday and Tuesday, you can hit it hard, but maybe look at Wednesday and Thursday as a little bit of a lighter day. Get into the gym, most definitely move your body, go through full ranges of motion, but look at the workout and see if there's something you can do to not totally trash yourself for the weekend. So, maybe a little something there, a little bit of a hint for people. I'm in quarantine, so I'll just be sitting on my couch.
All right. One last question regarding Grinch Games before we try and wrap this thing up. Do you, or does anybody know what the teams are going to be, or know when they're going to be released, or anything like that?
So yeah, teams should be released early next week.
Okay.
So we were working out some stuff after testing the workouts. We were trying to see where people would fit good on teams, because there's a couple things in there that we saw holes in some sort of teams with the workouts. So we had to kind of shuffle the teams around a little bit. But for the most part, teams are set. And then Kevin should be releasing that in some sort of document to everybody here in the next coming few days when he gets back from, I think, his very nice vacation. So it's great. It's great.
All right. So there you guys heard it first. Tune in the next couple days on the social media or at the gym. Kevin will be releasing the team. So I'm looking forward to see who my team is. I can't wait to come and compete with everybody and just have a good time, celebrate the holidays and be with the community that I love so much. Tiffany, any last words, or tell us where your socials, where can people find you? Any last words you want to say before we close it out?
No, I'm just super excited to be back in the gym with all of you guys. I've missed everybody so much. So really excited to be back. I'm sorry, whoever has me on their team, maybe lower your expectations now. And I just really have enjoyed being on this wonderful episode with you guys. So thank you for that. Casey, I hope that you continue to feel well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
All right, guys, before we close out, make sure you guys are in Wodify, signing in on Wodify, posting your scores, because what we're going to try to introduce to the show is something we call the coach's pick. And the coach's pick is just going to be one of the coaches picking a workout, and it's going to feature one of you guys doing the workouts, and we're going to highlight it on this show. So if you're not logging your scores or hitting videos on Instagram or whatever, please start doing it. Like I said, we want to feature you guys. And with that being said, Casey, what do we have to do to send them off?
Well, to send everybody off, I would like everyone to, there's donation boxes at the gym for this week. Hit those donation boxes. I believe the donation boxes will be taken out about middle of December. So use this next week to donate some things to the box. Go through your old stuff in your closet, get that out here to the gym, really help the community there. But what I want you guys to do is subscribe here for everybody. Follow us on our socials, RC Fit Utah, the athlete page. And then I want you to rate us, 5-star rating, comment on the gym page, who you guys want us to talk to next, who you want to hear on the podcast, what you guys want to hear on the podcast. That'll really help us out moving forward. And share this with your friends, team. This is want to get this thing up and rolling, want to get this good reach to people that need to hear some positive stuff going on in the world, bring some excitement to their day. This is a way to do it. Having some fun, team. This is going to be something that'll go on for a while here. You'll hear Steven and I coming across the airwaves. It's going to be a good freaking time.
All right. And with that being said, Tiffany, thank you again for joining us. This is Coach Steven and Coach Casey, a.k.a. Mr. Mississippi Mudflaps, signing out.
Woo!
Hey, athletes, we've got the Grinch Games coming up Saturday, December 5th. Some of my favorite memories are around this event. I promise you, anybody can do it. All ability levels can make it happen here at the Grinch Games. We're going to come out. We're going to have a great time. It's going to look a little different this year, because we're not going to have spectators, only 2 teams in the gym at a time, but we've got an awesome live stream coming at you. So if you haven't signed up, get signed up. If you are signed up, get excited. Grinch Games coming at you 2020.
The RC Fitcast is a Deep State Media production. It's produced by Coach Steven and Coach Casey. The director and editor is Daniel Martinez.